Here is article that will absolutely change the way you apprehend people. Appropriate now. About in the world, a woman is screaming, "I like you," at a man. And she is application absolutely ought words. Her anatomy is accomplishing all the talking. Her eyes, her hands, her posture, the way she tilts her arch back. You say article absolutely ordinary. It's all a language. And the best affecting part, best men airing abroad from that chat thinking, yeah, she seems cool. That's it. Cool. Meanwhile, she drove home replaying the accomplished thing, celebration you weren't interested. Today that stops. Let me acquaint you article that took behavioral scientists decades to absolutely put into words. Abstraction arise in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior activate that over 55% of all beastly advice happens through anatomy language. Not words, not tone, not what addition says, aloof the body, aloof movement, aloof subtle, quiet signals that best bodies never alike apprentice to notice. And women are on boilerplate decidedly bigger at sending and reading these signals than men. That's not an opinion. That's neuroscience. Women's accuracy action affecting cues faster and added accurately, which agency that a woman is into you, she is about autograph you a adulation letter in a accent you were never accomplished in school. So actuality is the absolute question. How abounding times except you looked back at a moment with a woman and thought, oh no, she was interested, wasn't she? That quiet babe who kept award excuses to sit abreast you. The aide who laughed a little too adamantine at your abhorrent jokes. The woman at the coffee boutique who afflicted her alcohol for 45 abnormal while advancement eye acquaintance with you. You anticipation it was nothing. It was everything. This video is activity to accord you the adaptation guide. 9 specific signs, not vague, not generic, not she smiled at you, but absolute research-backed able accepted signals that a woman's anatomy sends back her animosity are absolute abundant present and absolute abundant acicular in your direction. And actuality is the accessible bendime activity to leave dangling in the air appropriate now. Assurance Cardinal 7 is the one that alike confident socially acquainted men get absolutely wrong. Not because they're oblivious but because it looks on the apparent like the exact adverse of attraction. Stay with me until 7 because that one abandoned adeptness carbon your absolute history. This one happens in beneath than a fifth of a second. That's not a anapestic exaggeration. That's the absolute accurate duration. Anthropologist Irenaeus Eibel Ibisfeld spent years belief beastly greeting behavior beyond cultures from Europe to South America to alien Pacific Islands. And he activate one affair that was absolutely universal. A back bodies see addition they are absolutely blessed to see or admiring to, their eyebrows lift briefly about imperceptibly for about 150 milliseconds. It's alleged the countenance flash and it's one of the best honest signals the beastly face produces because it happens afore the brain's acquainted filters bang in. You can affect it a smile. You cannot anxiously affect it an eyebrow flash. So, a back you airing into a allowance and a woman's eyebrows lift hardly the moment she sees you afore her face settles into its accustomed expression. That is not nothing. That is her afraid arrangement saying, oh good. You're here. Afore she alike had the adventitious to comedy it cool. Best men never bolt this because they're too active blockage if a woman is smiling. Stop attractive at the mouth. Watch the eyebrows first. Actuality is article that sounds simple but goes abundantly about eerily deep. Abaka actuality is admiring to addition or feels a able affiliation with them, they aback alpha to mirror that person's movements. You angular forward, she leans forward, you aces up your drink, she picks up hers, you angle your arch to the left. Somehow oral abnormal her arch tilts hardly too. This is alleged the chameleon after effect and it was accurate in a acclaimed 1999 abstraction by Chartrand and Barg at New York University. They activate that bodies who were mirrored by addition actuality during a conversation arise amore that actuality decidedly more. And the crazy allotment is that neither actuality accomplished the apiary was happening. It was all subconscious. Aback a woman mirrors you, she is not accomplishing it on purpose. Her anatomy has afterwards her permission absentatively that it wants to be in a company with yours. Her afraid arrangement is about whispering this one. This actuality appropriate here that is not article you can affect it or force. You either feel it or you don't. And her anatomy will acquaint the accuracy behindhand of what her words say. The way to atom this, pay absorption not to alone movements but to patterns. If assorted things she does except to answer what you aloof did about bristles to 10 abnormal later, you've got a mirror and that mirror is absorption article absolute real. This one sounds strange but buck with me because already you see it, You will see it everywhere and you will never be able to unsee it. Anatomy orientation. The administration a person's feet, torso and armature are pointed, is one of the most reliable indicators of area their absorption, and absorption absolutely is. Not area their eyes are looking, not what they're saying, area their anatomy is physically aimed. Analysis in spatial behavior. Decidedly assignment done by analyst Albert Mebien showed that bodies aimlessly acclimatize their bodies adjoin bodies and things they appetite to be after piece to. It's a age-old aeronautics system. We point ourselves at what we want. So, if you're in a accumulation conversation 3-4 bristles people, and you apprehension that a woman's anxiety and anatomy are aggressive adjoin you, alike aback she's technically talking to addition else, that's a absolute cogent sign. Her anatomy has called you as the focal point, alike if her amusing obligations accept her attractive in addition direction. Anxiety especially. Anxiety are arguably the best honest allotment of the beastly body, because best bodies absorb ought time cerebration about area their anxiety are pointed. The face is area we perform. The anxiety are area we acquaint the truth. Let me explain something that ethologists, scientists who abstraction beastly behavior, noticed continue to for it was anytime activated to humans. Beyond dozens of species, one of the best constant signs of allure is self-grooming in the attendance of our adapted mate. Birds boner their feathers. Cats bland their fur. And humans' bodies fix their hair. They align their clothes. They glance at cogitating surfaces. They blow their face. They acclimatize their collar or their earrings or the hem of their jacket. And they do all of this in a completely unconscious agitation to arise as presentable as accessible because addition they are admiring to has aloof entered their proximity. Aback a woman touches or adjusts her.